Chapter 1, Understanding the Basics of Landscape Photography. Hi everyone and welcome to our landscape photography tutorial. In this first chapter, we will be discussing the basics of landscape photography. Landscape photography is all about capturing the beauty of the natural world, from majestic mountains to the serenity of a calm lake. First, let's talk about the equipment you will need. Unlike other types of photography, landscape photography doesn't require a lot of specialized equipment. However, there are a few essentials that you'll need to get the best shots. A good quality camera is essential. You don't need to have the latest and most expensive model, but it's important to have a camera with manual settings and a high-resolution sensor. A wide-angle lens is also recommended to capture the vastness of landscapes. Second, you need to understand the camera settings for landscape photography. In general, you want a wide depth of field to keep everything in focus from the foreground to the background. You can achieve this by setting a small aperture, large f-number, such as f/11 or f/16. A low ISO is preferred to keep the image quality high, and you can adjust your shutter speed to get the correct exposure. Third, composition is one of the most critical aspects of landscape photography. You want to capture the essence of the scene and make the viewer feel like they are there. The rule of thirds is an essential guideline that helps you to create a balanced and visually pleasing composition. Try to identify a foreground, midground, and background element to add depth to your image. Fourth, timing is everything when it comes to landscape photography. The best time to capture stunning landscape shots is during the golden hour, the first and last hour of sunlight in the day. The light is warm, and the shadows are long, creating a magical and dreamy atmosphere. Remember to bring the essential equipment, understand your camera settings, focus on composition, and take advantage of the time. Chapter 2, How to shoot in different weather conditions. The first thing you need to do when you're preparing to shoot in different weather conditions is to make sure you have the right gear. This can mean anything from a rain cover for your camera to a polarizing filter to help reduce glare in bright sunlight. One of the most common weather conditions that you will encounter when shooting landscape photography is rain. Rain can create some beautiful and moody images, but it can also make it difficult to shoot. The first thing you need to do when it's raining is to protect your gear. Use a rain cover for your camera and lens, and bring along a microfiber cloth to wipe away any raindrops that get on your lens. When you're shooting in the rain, you'll want to pay attention to the light. Overcast days can provide great soft light for landscape photography, but if it's a heavy rainstorm, you may not get enough light. In that case, you may need to increase your ISO or use a slower shutter speed to let more light in. Another weather condition you may encounter is snow. Shooting in the snow can be a challenge, but it can also create some stunning images. When you're shooting in the snow, it's important to keep your camera and lens protected from moisture. You'll also want to dress warmly and wear gloves to keep your hands from getting too cold. When you're shooting in the snow, pay attention to the exposure. The bright white of the snow can cause your camera's meter to underexpose the image, so you may need to adjust the exposure compensation to get the right exposure. If you're shooting in a location with strong winds, you'll want to use a sturdy tripod to keep your camera steady. You may also need to use a faster shutter speed to freeze any movement in the scene. Finally, if you're shooting during the golden hours of sunrise or sunset, you'll need to pay attention to the changing light. As the sun rises or sets, the light will change quickly, so you'll need to be prepared to adjust your settings as needed. Shooting in different weather conditions can be a challenge, but with the right gear and techniques, you can get some stunning landscape photos. Chapter 3, Tips for Capturing the Beauty of Nature. In this chapter, we'll explore some tips and techniques for capturing the beauty of nature. From framing your shot to using the right camera settings, we'll cover everything you need to know to take stunning landscape photos. When you're shooting landscapes, it's important to think about the composition of your shot. Consider using the rule of thirds to create a balanced composition. Another way to create a visually interesting landscape photo is to use leading lines. These can be anything from roads, fences, or rivers that lead the viewer's eye through the scene. This technique helps to create a sense of depth and dimension in your photo. Now let's talk about camera settings. When shooting landscapes, you want to use a smaller aperture, larger f-stop number, to create a deeper depth of field. This will ensure that both your foreground and background are in focus. You'll also want to use a low ISO to reduce noise in your photos. If you're shooting in low light, you might need to use a longer shutter speed to capture enough light. This can lead to blurry photos, so make sure to use a tripod to keep your camera steady. When it comes to capturing the beauty of nature, it's important to pay attention to the time of day and weather conditions. Look for interesting cloud formations or reflections in the water to add some depth and interest to your photos. Don't be afraid to get creative with your shots. Try different angles, use a polarizing filter to enhance colors and remove reflections, and experiment with different lighting conditions to capture the mood of the scene. Finally, always be prepared for the unexpected. Nature can be unpredictable, so make sure to bring extra batteries, memory cards, and any other gear you might need. And don't forget to enjoy the experience of being out in nature and capturing its beauty through your lens. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you learned something new today.